Hi, and welcome to our Just Pause practice. I thought spring was here, but I was greeted with a very cold morning. And so I have opted to take an extra time. I've got my weighted heating pad on my lap, and I'm here in the coaching room rather than the practice space in order to self-soothe some of my body's needs. So, will you join me for a little pause to just be with each other, to be with ourselves? Find a comfortable seat, whether it's in a chair or on the floor, or perhaps you even want to recline. Find your way into an ease, a sukha, sweetness. Relax the muscles of the face, particularly in the jaw and the tongue. Relax the neck and the shoulders, the belly and the buttocks. This morning, my neighbor commented on my license plate. My license plate is the 6 letters BGN space AGN. And he asked me, well, what does that mean? It's not your initials. Nope, it's not my initials. It's a reminder to myself and an invitation to others to begin again. BGN, begin. AGN, again. And today is a bit of a beginning again for me. We just wrapped up a 6-month Thera Yoga somatic training program. And today is the first next day. And I'm feeling both a sense of accomplishment and a little bit of a waywardness. What's next? This training has been such a labor of love and a culmination of a decade or more of my own study and training. And so, having come to its conclusion, I'm feeling that kind of looming question mark. What's next? And the temptation for me as an educator is to jump into the next new project, develop something new. I do love to develop programs and trainings and curriculums. But I'm trying to lean in a little bit into that introspection, that reflection, that sense of resting in the accomplishment before moving on to the next. And there is still a beginning again in that, because it's a beginning again to pause, to settle, land, to trust that I'm enough. Does any of this speak to you in this transition season? Every day is a transition, or as I like to call it, a shift. We have choices and options. But knowing which choices to choose, that's the real power, the real tapas practice. Tapas meaning wise application of what we know. Heat, discipline, effort. But without the wisdom, it's just spent energy. As I talk with you and share a little bit of what's going on, I can feel myself settling, grounding even more. Owning my own inner story, this temptation to move on, and its internal dissonance perhaps with the heart of what I mean by begin again. It doesn't mean start over from scratch. It doesn't mean set aside all that has been and begin something completely entirely new. In fact, it just means take what you've learned, where you've been, what you've overcome, what has challenged you, and give yourself compassionate permission to breathe again and again and again, to begin again. This is the practice. The practice of yoga, the practice of being. It's taken me a long time to cultivate permission to begin again. And what that looks like today is trusting that, one, I don't have to have the answer as to what's next. And two, the reminder that what is ever that is next is the invitation to return to my authentic self, my Atman, and an opportunity to shift my attention to return to my core intention, my dharma, so that whatever's next is a reflection of my work, my life's work, my dharma, rather than just creating a task to keep myself busy. Can I let it be an unfolding? Can I trust that it is a remembering rather than having to hunt or discover something entirely new. And that can be that can be especially difficult if there are extenuating circumstances, right? Case in point, as the income earner for my family, it is really tempting to just jump into the next way in which to earn an income, to produce a product that is marketable and sellable. That doesn't always come from that heart space of serving from my abundance. Hence, when I begin again, I want to return to my authentic sense of self, taking into consideration my story and where I've been, and my desires and where I'd like to go, what I'd like to accomplish, who I'd like to be. Assessing who's with me for this journey, what's on my right side, and what's on my left side, and where do they meet. So from back to front, from right to left. And then in this stillness of meditation, grounding into this moment with the earth beneath me and the sky above me, here I am in the middle. Can I be content in this moment just as it is, in the middle? And when I can, that is when I find the true or the complete essence of what I mean by begin again. So it's time. At least it is for me. You're welcome to stay here as long as you are able. It's time for me to begin again this day. And I can say that I have such an ease in my body, in my mind, that I know I can go to my to-do list and choose wisely, even from the options that may not be listed, so that I can begin again from my heart center, my Atman. I hope you can too. Let us close with a blessing. May you breathe deeply and move freely. May you labor lovingly and live vibrantly. May you be well. May you know the joy of intimacy with prana to do your life's work, and the courage to begin again as often as you need to. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing these moments with me. I'll see you again soon.